Well, I've been up on this mountain many times, and I've been to the mine that's on the other side. I never knew this one was here. Look, in a nice little bench. I left my pistol at the top with my bag because I just wanted to run down here real quick. Might have been a mistake. See what we got down here. Oh, it doesn't go that far. Or does it? Focus up, camera. Huh. No, that is the end. Wow. Look at all that barite. Very cool. Holy mackerel. Yeah, that is gorgeous. Look at that. Alrighty. Very cool. There's all the holes where they put down the drills for dynamite. And we come back here and oh, look how beautiful this is. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Look back in there. Dogtooth calcite. A little bit right there. Or are those, no, that's dogtooth calcite. Wow. Wow. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. I have to get some samples of this. This has got to be the most beautiful calcite I've ever seen. I mean, that looks like it snowed in here.
It does. It's not calcite, it's cocaine.
Yeah, it's cocaine. That's right. I found the cocaine stash. Yeah, I want to get a chunk of this somehow, but man, it's so fragile. I don't know how I do it. I should have brought a chisel or two. Oh well, it's never stopped me before. I'll get something somehow. Hey guys, welcome back to Jay and Stuff. Welcome to our last long form video of the year. 2023 has been a great year, and I'm looking forward to good things in 2024. So, for today's video, we're going to be going over my most used EDC items in 2023. This is a video I've been looking forward to making, and it's actually been one that's turned out to be a little bit difficult to compile. But before we get into that, I do want to remind you guys that on the day this video goes live, in the afternoon, I am doing my live drawing for the 2,000 subscriber giveaway. So if you have not entered into that yet, go ahead and go watch the entry video. It's hard to miss, or at least I think it's hard to miss. It's my channel logo surrounded by Christmas trees and snowflakes and stuff, and the thumbnail. I'll also link it up here and at the end of this video too. So if you want to win one of three cool prizes, go ahead and enter into that. We'll be doing the live stream this afternoon. I'm not sure what time yet. There will be a community post about it. So let's go ahead and get this video started. I've got a box of knives here. We're just going to kind of pick through them. Actually, before we do that, though, I want to give some honorable mentions. So, the Best Tech Knives Slasher. I got this towards the end of the year. I love this knife. It's probably going to be on next year's video because I see myself carrying this a lot. But it just has, I haven't had it long enough for it to make it on the list this year. Same for the CJRB Frac. This is an absolutely excellent knife. I love this knife, but got towards the end of the year, haven't had enough time to carry it. And finally, the CJRB Resource. Now this knife I have been carrying the heck out of the last couple of weeks, and it probably could make the list. The review will be coming out sometime in January. Definitely watch that review, because this knife and I have been on quite the journey together. So yeah, check that out. All right, now let's go ahead and get into the list proper. You know what? Let's start off with this knife here. So this is the TRM Neutron 2. And the cool thing about this knife is that I'm actually giving it away. That giveaway I mentioned earlier, this is one of the prizes. This knife is just fantastic, and I carried the snot out of it. I really enjoyed using this knife. It's slim, it's got a great blade, super slicey, very useful, good ergonomics. I was carrying this in my pocket to school, to work, out in the field doing research and stuff. I had this in my pocket. It was just such a good, well-rounded pocket knife. It's everything a pocket knife should be without any fuss or muss. So really love that one. Very cool knife. And one of you is going to be winning it. So its story gets to continue. Its adventures will continue with one of you guys. All right, next up, let's go ahead and talk about this one just real quick. So this is my WE Knives Minax, and these have been discontinued. This is a Ferrum Forge design. This is my only WE knife, but this is one of my favorite premium knives, and I tend to carry this knife a lot when I'm in two scenarios. Number one, if there's like, you know, something special going on. This is a knife that I'll carry for that. This and the Bestech Bowie tie, which I didn't have on this list. And I also carry this knife when I'm going to a gathering with different friends and stuff that I, you know, feel like I might want to show off a really cool pocket knife. So that one is right there. That one just barely made it on the list. And another thing I want to point out is, as a knife reviewer, this is a hard list to make because I carry a lot of stuff, and I try to give everything I review adequate pocket time. And so there's a lot of things that have been carried that just, you know, I carried them a lot and I carried them and I used them, but, you know, I'm trying to keep this list to the things that I kept coming back to even after I'd finished the review, right? So there we go. Next up, let's actually talk about one of my favorite knives this year. I don't have it with me right now. The Civivi Vision FG. Holy cow, what an amazing knife. I carried this thing non-stop. This was a great knife for out in the field, for around the house, for around, you know, work. It was just such a reliable and fun pocket tool. I really enjoyed carrying it, so definitely made it on the list. And let's go ahead and grab, which one do I want next? There we go. Speaking of the Civivi Vision FG, this is a knife I carried with it a lot. The Real Steel Solus Light. I carried the heck out of this knife. I love this knife, guys. This thing is such a fantastic slip joint. Really, what the heck do I have on the scales? Anyways, really just pretty much perfect for any environment, any situation. This is a great knife for any of you that might be, you know, restricted by some stupid laws. You know, it's a slip joint, but man, it's well made, they're affordable, and I'm going to mention right now. So Blade HQ has these on sale. This exact version here has them on sale for $24.95, I think. Go and buy some, because I recently saw that they're getting some more in that are D2 and G10 that are going for like 35 bucks, which is still a great price for this. But go ahead and jump on the ones that are on sale right now if you're interested. And they also have some ones coming out that have, you know, more premium materials, that are, you know, a little more expensive, but great knife. And I'm going to start leaving these things out here on the table after I talk about them. That way, you know, we just make things a little simpler and life easier for me. Next up, yep, the CJRB Pyrite. Oh my goodness, guys, I love this knife. I carried the heck out of this knife too. This one in particular, I was carrying out doing field research during the summer, and I rusted it like crazy. which was a little bit unfortunate, but I cleaned it up and stuff. The Wharncliffe version is also amazing. I carried this a lot. This was a knife that, you know, it becomes one of those knives that's just easy to grab. You wake up in the morning, you're getting ready for your day. What knife do I want to carry? And that's one of the ones that I just gravitate towards, as well as the large version here, which is also really, really nice. I do prefer the smaller one, but this large one's awesome, and this is a Knife Center exclusive, this one right here, which is really, really dang good. In fact, every single pyrite I have is an exclusive. This is a Knife Center exclusive. This one is a White Mountain Knives exclusive. And then my gold... Get in there. There we go. Sorry about that. And then my gold one was an exclusive on Artisan's website, and I don't know if they're still available or not. I don't think so, but if you're interested, you can check. But yeah, there's all my pyrites. Next up, let's actually talk about this knife here. The Devo Growler. Both this version and the old version I carried a lot. I absolutely love this knife. I'm not sure if you can tell on this guy right here, but I've got some pretty big scratches on the scales. You'll be able to see it when I do the full review. I have really, really just loved the heck out of this knife. What a great knife. Again, this one was one that's really, really nice to have out in the field with that big bellied blade. And yeah, I carried the original version and this one quite a bit. So really, really cool knife. Next up, this one was a surprise to me. CRKT Razel fixed blade. I carried this a lot. And even after I finished the review and stuff, I stopped carrying it like in my pocket, but it found a place in my everyday bag, and it lives there now, and it's with me pretty much all the time. I really, really like this thing. It's a very versatile little knife. It's a cool one. It's weird. It's a conversation starter for sure, but I really, really enjoyed that one. And I'm giving one of these away as well, so there we go. Alrighty, next up, let's go ahead and hit another CJRB. My Feldspar. This is always on my list of, you know, most carried knives. I absolutely love the Feldspar. This is probably, in my opinion, this is one of the best knife designs out there. It's simple, but it works. And yeah, I love the Feldspar a whole lot. What a wonderful knife. Okay, next up. The Sincut Serene. I carried this a lot. In fact, this knife was so good, I started carrying this this summer while I was working out in the woods, cowboying and stuff. Normally, this is not the kind of knife that I would carry in that situation, but I was carrying this one because it was just so good. I love the size. I love the ergos. The blade performs excellently. The action's fantastic. This is a fantastic knife, and for 46 bucks, holy cow. You can't go wrong. You really can't go wrong. I am shocked that this knife is under $50. And I'll tell you something. If it had the Civivi logo on it, exact same materials with the Civivi logo, it probably would have been 60 bucks. But, you know, I digress. Great, great knife. Carried it a lot. Here's an interesting one. The Camillus Rain. This is a $15 knife that I am just heads over heels for. Heads? How many heads do I have? I'm head over heels for this knife. I love Camillus, and this one here is my favorite model from them. Perfect pocket clip, great size, great ergos. This blade is super useful. Yeah, this is a knife that is way, way better than the sum of its parts, right? So I cannot speak enough good things about this knife. Definitely, if you have not, check that out. Next up, let's go ahead and talk about some hard use knives. So the Cold Steel 8010 Light, I carried the heck out of this knife the last couple of months. I absolutely love this thing. This is a great heavy-duty knife. I carried a couple other heavy-duty knives too this summer. I carried my Engage. I carried my 8015 a lot, which I love. I carried the regular 8010. And actually, one knife I carried a whole lot that I forgot to bring out here that was definitely on this list is the Cold Steel American Lawman. What a fantastic knife. I got that this year for the first time, and I love that knife. I carried it a ton, probably even more than this one, but yeah, but just great knives. Absolutely. There's always got to be some Cold Steels on the list. And let's see here. I think we're gonna call that good on folders. Let's go ahead and talk about fixed blades. Sencut Waxahachie. Yeah, I don't go anywhere without this anymore. This is my favorite EDC fixed blade. This, in my Knife of the Year awards, I gave this best fixed blade of the year. I stand by that. This thing is fantastic. They are sadly discontinued, so if you want one, go ahead, go get one. But yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. And I got it in the black and green colorway that I've been digging this year, which I'm going to make a video about that too. Next up for fixed blades, the Gerber Strong Arm. This, yeah, I really beat the snot out of this one. This was the fixed blade that I took with me to field camp this year. And yeah, I split a lot of wood, built a lot of fires, cut a whole lot of ropes and stuff with this. Just a great knife. Really love the Strong Arm. Is it expensive? Yes. Should it be cheaper? Probably, but I'm glad I have one. I love it. I love it. It's just a solid knife. Another fixed blade that I carried a lot this year, the Demko Free Rein. This is a knife that I also really love. Ooh, look at that blade. Need to clean this guy up. And I need to resharpen the edge. Holy cow. That guy needs some help. But yeah, I love this knife a whole lot. I'm probably, in 2024, I want to get one of the Magna Cut versions. I think that'll be pretty cool. They've got the clip point blade out now, and so maybe I'll give that a try. But yeah, Demko Free Rein. And let's go ahead and talk about our last knife. You guys probably already know what it is, but it's my Cold Steel SRK. Now, not this one specifically. So this is my new SRK I got this year, and this has become my dedicated field fixed blade. I love again, we got that green and black going on. I love the SRK. This is, in my opinion, the very best fixed blade knife you can get for the money. My original black one that I've had for about 3 years got stolen this year, which really sucks. I do miss that knife. There was a lot of memories I had with that knife, but yeah, I used it a lot earlier this year, and then I got this one. I've been using it still, so this is definitely a knife that I cannot do without. I love that knife. All right, so there's all of our knives taken care of. Let's go ahead and talk about some other gear. So first thing I want to talk about is my flashlight here, the Olight Arcfeld. I love this flashlight. We got a magnet, we got a laser, we got a pretty bright flashlight. It's kind of slim, carries really well. This thing goes with me everywhere. And when I go down into mine shafts, when I'm exploring mines, in fact, I think I'm going to open up this video with some footage of me going into a mine at it. This knife, or this flashlight, is the one I kind of rely on. I carry a bunch of other lights too. You don't want to get stuck down there with light, but I really love this flashlight. The magnet on the back is great for testing rocks. You guys know I'm a geologist, so that's really helpful. In fact, during field research this year, I used this flashlight to discover a rock unit that had a large amount of magnetite in it. So really cool with that. I want to get an updated version of this. I see they have some that have the flashlight, laser, and black light. I want to get one of those because they also made some adjustments. They made it a little bit slimmer. They gave it the clip that you can put on your hat, which is really interesting. But I want to get the black light in specific because I look at a lot of fluorite. I go and collect fluorite. I go down a lot of fluorite mines, and fluorite is actually fluorescent. It can be. It often is fluorescent. So if you shine a UV light on it, it'll glow. So definitely want to get one of those because that'll be helpful. I did have a black light, but I dropped it down a mine shaft and it's gone. So my pin has been this little Larry titanium pin. I love this pin. It's lightweight. I carry it with me everywhere I go. Pencils. Go ahead and dig my pencil out of my pocket. These are the kinds of pencils I carry. They work out really well for me. I like them a whole bunch. So there we go. And then I also always have with me a little hand lens. Again, geology stuff. I love that a whole bunch. And let's go ahead and just mention a couple other things. Here's my pack that I use out in the field. This is the third one I've had because the other two have been stolen. I had a conversation with a buddy actually, and he said, that doesn't look like a backpacking pack. And it's not. When we're doing geology field work, it's not the same thing as backpacking, right? We're not hiking in with, with everything we need on our backs, right? What we typically want to do is set up a base camp, and then we can hike in. So for example, the research I've been doing, we can't camp out where the field site is, so we'll camp somewhere else, and then we'll travel to the field site. And so in our backpack, we need to carry water, which this thing has a little, camelback on it. Carry water, carry food, first aid kit, all the stuff that we'll need, our tools, everything we'll need for, doing a survey, making a map, collecting samples, everything we'll need through that day. And then in the evening, we come back to camp. And speaking of samples, we need to have room to carry, pounds and pounds of rocks out of the mountains and back to camp. And so, yeah, I love backpacking, but this is not the same. I don't need this backpack to be a backpacker's pack, right? That's not really the goal. In here, I've got, I keep everything I need with me. My Write in the Rain notebook here, this is invaluable to me. This is where I do all my sketches and where I keep notes about, all the different things that I'm taking a look at. I keep records of measurements I make. And yeah, so definitely invaluable. Love that. Something else. My Worksharp field sharpener. I love this thing. It got stolen this year, so I had to get a new one. Love this. I use the heck out of these things. And then, of course, my hammer, which my last hammer did get stolen. This is my new hammer, and I actually made a video when I bought this, and you can see it's already been worn in pretty well. It's a 2.5 pound sledge. It's about the perfect weight. It's heavy enough to smash most rocks, but not so heavy that it's difficult to climb a mountain with. So there we go. And yeah, this is an Estwing one. And yeah, and then I keep duct tape, paracord, all the other stuff in my pack. Something that I'm adding to my pack is this Camillus folding saw. So that's pretty cool. And I guess if I was going to talk about all my gear, I should talk about like my boots, my field clothes. My boots are Merrell hiking boots. They're pretty good for, they're affordable boots that hold up pretty well. I've walked about 400 miles in those boots this year, 200 miles of which was in some of the most rugged desert country I know, so they hold up pretty well. But there we go. That is my most carried gear of the year in 2023. I want to hear, what did you guys carry most this year? And I'm looking forward to a great year in 2024. So again, thank you guys for watching. Without you, this channel wouldn't be possible. I've been Gideon, and I'll see you in the next one. Adios.